Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. And this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each one won.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the two games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one. This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here's Harden. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Porzingis in the post. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Dunn. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Pass to Zubac. Outside Harden. Now here's Leonard. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
Sneaky right there on the pick and roll. Leonard knew exactly how the defense would react, and he took advantage.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-on-one player capable of carrying a team.
It's an experienced decision by Holiday to fire that pass to the open man.
Leonard outside. From downtown. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And Porzingis has got the ball here for Boston. And it's Tatum missing. Back to Dunn. Leonard looking around.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Zubac. On the wing, Harden. The three is up. Kept alive. A nice shot by Zubac.
That's what Zubac is here for, making plays in the trenches.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. The main topic of conversation, how they plan to guard Jason Tatum. We want to try to make Jason a jump shooter. Avoid fouling, don't let him go downhill, but JT will get his, so let's hope we limit him. Well, that's never easy to do, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Let's get loud right now for your Clippers.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. The Clippers trail. Here's Eubanks. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
Drew Holiday.
Yes, it's good.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
On the wing, Jones. .103 left to the opening quarter. Fires the three. Horford pulls it in. Here's Pritchard. A reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game.
Pretty much an Al Horford staple right there. A polished player who has lots of confidence when he gets in that range.
There's the block. Here's Holiday. Ben Simmons grabs the board.
Well, he had a wide open shot, but instead he tried to do a crowd-pleasing circus act there, and as much as I like juggling, that's not effective.
Jones.
Jr.
Yes, and that's Simmons with the assist.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And here's Horford for three.
Al
And
Horford.
again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, another big out there who can stretch the floor. Horford doing that now often.
Now count. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that concludes the
11. The Celtics. 15.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Check it out. Harden putting on a show, throwing down an acrobatic dunk.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
The finesse from Harden there. That's great stuff.
White can't hit.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Outside Jones. Harden scanning the floor. They get the rebound. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Now here's White. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Harden with it. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Lays it up and banks it in. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
A smart play with the ball there, Harden, just making the right decision.
Assisted by Peyton Pritchard.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Harden from outside. Back to Bogdanovich. Outside Jones. Second chance effort. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Here's Pritchard. He picked up 10 in his last game. Here's Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
So it's Los Angeles now, following the bucket by Boston. Leonard for three. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Just a high IQ play there from Horford, showing off the all-around game. An underrated passer as well.
Jaylen Brown.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed, and now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Here's Holiday. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
I don't know who's going to get up for that as Porzingis skies for the dunk.
And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. Tatum! Money from deep.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Pass to Zubac. Here's Coffey. Leonard, right side. The deep three. From long distance, Leonard drops it in.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. White. Good.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Simmons, no good. Down low. And Tatum flying in for the fast break delivery.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing at numbers.
And so it's the Boston Celtics going into the break up 12. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. Back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Pritchard gets it to go.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Pass to Leonard. Puts up a three. Horford pulls it in. Celtics lead by 14. And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Now Los Angeles with it. On the wing, Harden. What you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons.
Craig with a steal. About a minute played here in the second half. Fires for three. Pass to Pritchard. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Pritchard's got 5 points now this quarter.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Just too determined. Zubac's finishing strong.
Out to Craig. Here's the three. Back to Pritchard. From behind the arc. Knocks down the long J. Pritchard's got 10 points.
LA timeout.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
So both teams changing it up here. Clippers trail by 19. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things you have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie.
First personal foul.
And no stranger to physical play. JB busting it up in there without fear.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here. Here's Leonard. And Leonard throws it down.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? And so it's Bogdanovich with it. He brings it up for the LA Clippers. 19-point game. Harden with a bucket.
Dialed in from deep. Harden understands when he should look to shoot the 3-ball.
Jaylen Brown.
And the jam by Brown.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Ball to Boston.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Bogdanovich. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Inside.
Jaylen
Brown.
Brown. Assisted.
Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
When Brown gets the ball this close in, he knows he can finish. Just a matter of execution.
6 to shoot. Another shot.
2 minutes remaining.
Boston with a rebound.
2 minutes.
A nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Horford outside. Here's Hauser. The rebound by Eubanks. Clippers trail by 20. Here's Leonard. And the layup is good. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boston. Timeout.
Don't want to give Kawhi that kind of positioning. He doesn't waste good looks.
Timeout called. The Celtics.
Let me hear you get loud.
Well, Brendan, a players' league. You think there's a point at which players have too much say?
Well, I don't know, B.A. I think it's always a fine line between what it is that both management and ownership is trying to do. This is entertainment after all. But you got to lean into the players. You got to lean into the personalities. And as long as there's a respect for both of those areas, the league and the game will continue to grow.
Pass to Pritchard. .125 left in the third. Here's Craig. No good on the shot. Here's Coffey. Buries it down low. Coffey's got his first points in this one.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Craig. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Celtics lead by 18.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
And he comes up with a bucket.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Kick out to Brown. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Brown's got 11.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Pass to Simmons. Simmons is doubled. Back to Coffey. Plenty of space. Boston pulls it in.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. he usually converts that.
To the middle. Here's Craig.
Torrey Craig.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And so it's Boston
with the score.
feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter.
43.
They hold a real solid lead right now.
61.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Clippers trail by 18. Here's Harden. Porzingis grabs the board. Here are the Celtics with the ball. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards.
Calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
Leonard for three. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10. Looking sharp.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first three of this half.
Pass to Tatum. Launches it.
Jason
Now 7 for 9 after that make.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Holiday. The kick out to White. Ooh, poked away. Back to Holiday. 4 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Foul charge to Boston.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, BA, through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
And Porzingis with the block.
Well, Porzingis, the height, the reach, just overpowering.
Derek White.
White, good.
Three-pointer.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Pass to Zubac. Outside for Harden. Leonard on the wing. It's stolen by Tatum. Outside Porzingis. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
Derek
White, good.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Harden. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Second personal foul.
That one on White.
17 foul.
And James Harden has really made a science of working himself to the free throw line, and we see that here once again.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Leonard
2
outside.
minutes.
They get it back. Coffee on the wing. Pass to Batum. Launches it from deep. Outside for Harden. Leonard on the wing. Here's Eubanks. And that one is hammered home.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Celtics.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And the wins have been piling up for them. Tonight will be their 58th of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
And the jam by Brown.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Hauser, that's good.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
When you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And so he hits both.
Batum just brings a lot of experience and helps this team remain confident that he's going to make the right play and make the subtle contributions to put you in a place to win.
And Simmons gets it to go.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Holiday from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Out to Craig. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Simmons. No good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is